Every new patient call is a first impression. When someone asks about price, insurance, or says, I need to think about it, is your team responding with precision and consistency? The worst time to find out is during a real patient conversation. That is why we created patient role play with AI. For a practice owner or office manager, the value is practical. Your team can rehearse difficult conversations on demand without putting a patient relationship at risk. You can use the same process during interviews, onboarding, coaching, or before a block of important follow up calls. Instead of hoping every team member handles the moment well, you can listen for consistency and coach from something concrete. I am Jeremy Phelps, founder of Smarter Practice AI. My background is in information security and artificial intelligence, and I am married to a dentist, Dr. Nana Dixon. I have seen how much a practice depends on conversations that happen outside the operatory: the first phone call, the insurance question, the treatment discussion, and the follow up after a patient says they need more time. Those conversations are difficult to train. Managers are busy. Real calls are unpredictable. Traditional scripts can give a team words to memorize, but they do not create the pressure, uncertainty, or judgment of a live conversation. And regular ChatGPT is not enough by itself. A general purpose chatbot can improvise a patient conversation, but it does not automatically know your practice workflow, your approved language, your coaching standard, or the boundaries your team must follow. It may reward a friendly answer that still skips discovery, overstates insurance certainty, or moves too quickly towards scheduling. Our service adds the dental specific structure, coaching logic, and management process around ChatGPT. Using it is straightforward. Log into your secure, practice managed ChatGPT workspace. Open the patient role play with AI Custom GPT and turn on ChatGPT's voice interaction. You are now in a live conversation with our coach. Choose the role you want to practice. The coach can act like a potential new patient asking about services, price, or insurance. It can play an existing patient who is frustrated, someone comparing practices, or a patient who has questions about a recommended treatment. You can also rehearse cancellation recovery, financing concerns, spouse review objections, and treatment hesitation. The goal is not to deliver a perfect speech. The goal is to respond like a strong member of your team. Acknowledge the concern, ask a useful question, explain only what is known, identify what must be verified, and guide the patient toward a respectful next step. After the conversation, the coach produces a scored debrief. It shows what worked, what reduced momentum, and whether the response crossed a hard boundary. It can point out, for example, that a coordinator sounded helpful but implied that an insurance plan was a network without verification. It then gives a specific replacement approach and a focused retry goal. The employee tries the difficult moment again. That retry is important. Reading advice is not the same as practicing a better response while the conversation is still uncomfortable. The manager can review the coaching summary with the employee, listen for improvement, and repeat the drill until the team member is ready. What makes this GPT intelligent is not simply the underlying AI model. We are teaching and enforcing current patient-centered communication techniques. The coach looks for discovery before persuasion, clear acknowledgement of the patient's concern, one useful question at a time, careful cost and insurance language, and a next step that is direct without being pushy. It also knows where confidence becomes risk. It should not invent a fee, guarantee insurance coverage, make a clinical decision, or pretend a generic recommendation is a practice policy. A practice can add its approved cancellation policy, financing language, phone standards, and preferred tone. When that information has not been supplied, the coach should say so and use clearly labeled training defaults. That is a major difference between our service and opening a regular ChatGPT account. We are not handing the team a blank chat box and asking them to figure it out. We provide a managed workspace, dental-specific custom GPTs, tested instruction sets, structured workflows, safety boundaries, and a practical way for the manager to use the results. Patient Roleplay also works alongside our Case Acceptance Coach, GPT. Patient Roleplay helps the team rehearse the conversation. Case Acceptance Coach helps prepare the real workflow before or during treatment presentation. The team can bring the Case Acceptance Coach a treatment plan, approved fee information, benefit details, financing options, or an unscheduled treatment report. It can help identify where a case may be losing momentum, prepare patient-friendly follow-up language, and give the coordinator and manager a clear next action. It supports the team's judgment. It does not replace the doctor, guarantee coverage, or make the final financial decision. Together, the two coaches create a useful loop. Prepare the conversation, practice it in voice, review the scored debrief, retry the weak moment. Then use the manager's review and the practice's approved information to improve the real follow-up process. A manager might use patient role play during the interview process, assign a new hire one scenario each day during onboarding, run a difficult objection in a morning huddle, or require one retry before an important follow-up block. The purpose is not surveillance. It is to give people a safe place to build confidence and give managers a repeatable way to coach. A confident team is not created by handing people a script. It is created through realistic practice, useful feedback, and consistent follow-through. Patient role play with AI gives dental practices a practical way to build those skills before the next real patient conversation.